90% of drummers never reach their full potential because of these common mistakes that damage their technique, ruin their groove, and even cause injuries. Mistakes I've helped hundreds of drummers quickly overcome. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what these mistakes are and how you can quickly fix them today so that you can play the drums easier, safer, and better than ever. Your grip is the foundation of everything you do on the drums. If it's wrong, you'll struggle with control, speed, timing, endurance, pretty much everything on the drums. Most drummers get it backwards. If your fingers aren't in the correct position, the sticks are going to be very loose and wiggly in your hands. And every beginner drummer overcompensates by gripping way too tight. So here's a simple checklist to make sure your grip is correct. Number 1, don't wrap your index finger too tightly around the stick. Keep a small gap between your thumb and index finger. Number 2, keep your back fingers in contact with the stick at all times, but don't over tighten them. This is key so that you have constant control to manipulate the stick how you need. Now let's put this into practice. Every time you sit down to play, run through this checklist. Start by checking your grip for every stroke, and as it settles in, gradually check in every 30 to 60 seconds. This will help you build muscle memory for a grip that's more relaxed and more in control. The key to mastering these fixes is mental awareness. You need to be present and focused while you practice. One student of mine, Mark, struggled with his grip until he started checking it every 30 seconds. After a few weeks, it became automatic and his playing improved dramatically.
Coming from rock and punk drumming, I think everything was about really hitting as hard as I could and really getting a piece of the drum. And I never realized that in doing so, I would fight against the rebound motion. So it was like learning kinetics and reusing energy. Maybe that's the best way for me to say that, is Dimitri teaching you how to kind of leverage the rebound of the drum, leverage natural motion of your body, ergonomics. That was like kind of like a skeleton key to a lot of doors in my playing.
If you want to do the same, use the stick grip checklist every time you play. I'll put a link below to grab my checklist and my free technique guide. But when you use it, pause the video, look down at your hands, and make sure everything is correct. Over time, this will become second nature. But even with the right grip, you can still make mistakes with how you move to play the drums. You have 4 main hinges available to you to play the drums: fingers, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Using the wrong one can make your playing inefficient and even lead to injury. Think of your arm like a door. If you use the wrong hinge, it's like trying to open a door by pushing the middle. It's kind of awkward and it doesn't work very well. So how do you fix this? Start by isolating your wrist. Place one hand behind your wrist to make sure the wrist is doing the work, not your arm. Fingers can come into play in different ways depending on where you're playing around the kit and the parts you're playing, but I don't want you to worry about that too much for now. For higher dynamics or accents, you can engage your elbow and shoulder, but your wrist should be the primary hinge for most strokes. But now that we've covered your grip and hinges, there's another mistake holding back a lot of drummers, and they don't even realize they're making it. Getting your stick grip and technique together is a good start, but it's not enough to develop a solid groove on the drums. Most drummers practice to a metronome, but probably in a way that's holding them back. And there's 2 things you can do today about it. 1, set your metronome to click on the ands, or the offbeat eighth notes. Funnily enough, you don't actually have to change your metronome, you just have to change how you hear it. Think about the click as part of a reggae beat. This forces you to create the quarter note pulse yourself and maintain a steady rhythm. Otherwise, the clicks on the offbeat will drift. You have to keep the tempo and beat steady yourself internally instead of always being told exactly where it is by that click. But there's another way to improve your groove and timing that's a lot more fun, and that's this. Drumless loops are musical loops that don't have any drum beat as a guide. This is similar to the offbeat click in that you have to generate the time and feel internally instead of relying on an external beat to guide you. But it allows you to apply musical concepts more easily and practice your actual groove, feel, and musicality in a way that's a lot more fun. Now, my buddy Tim Baltz has made over 1,000 drumless music tracks available to you completely free. They've been streamed over 1 million times, so you can be sure you'll get hours of enjoyable practice and progression from them. If you want to support Tim's work, just donate whatever you want for the tracks on Bandcamp. I'll put the link below so you can pick them up. Poor posture doesn't just make you look sloppy, it makes playing the drums harder and can lead to long-term strain and injury. One of my students used to play with his elbows pulled back too far. He thought it would give him more power, but it actually made him tired faster and caused a lot of shoulder pain. Here's how you can fix your posture so you don't run into the same issues. Sit down without sticks in your hands and just let your arms hang, just let them fall down. You want to keep that relaxed feeling in mind as you then bend your elbows forward about 90 degrees or so. Put sticks in your hands, and then that's where you put your snare drum. Make some small tweaks to the drum height as needed, but overall, you need to think about what's ergonomic for your body and then position the drums to accommodate you, not the other way around. Now that you've fixed these fundamental mistakes, you're ready to take your drumming to the next level. But in order to do that, you need to watch this video where I'll show you how to get all your limbs working together better than ever before.